Welcome to Gulf Shore's 2021 Christmas Concert Blockbuster. My name is Brendan Carr.
And I'm Asher Martin. We're sorry we can't be together this year, but you can't stop the Christmas spirit here at Gulf Shore. So sit back, relax, and grab some Storm Chips.
You can't forget Storm Chips!
Yes, Storm Chips. And pour a nice cup of hot chocolate and snuggle up with a cozy blanket and let all of Gulf Shore entertain you for the night.
But wait, Asher, you can't just throw a movie together. You need careful, thoughtful planning. Good direction.
Let me guess, it needs a director.
Yeah, and I know just the person for the job. Me!
Okay then, director, how do we begin?
We gotta set the scene, of course.
Miss McMurdo's grade 4 class are here to do just that with their rendition of Megan Smith's beautiful Christmas song, It Snowed.
Snowflakes fall from the sky onto the soft, cold snow.
Today I was having hot chocolate and storm day chips.
Outside, the snow is sparkling with diamond light.
Rain and snow are both fun because if they combine, it makes ice. Movements of the snow as I look out the window.
Diamond snowflakes flow in the wind onto the frosty ground. A good book by the fireplace is my favorite thing, but I like looking at the wind more.
Yay, a storm day is the best day as the trees crackle.
Crunchy chips and crunchy snow, hot chocolate, ho ho ho.
How many chips are in the storm chips bag?
Icicles fall off houses and cars and shattered pieces.
Plush comfy couch by the fireplace in the living room.
Slippery freezing ice is the worst thing.
If you park in the city, your car might get snowed in.
Storm Day Chips!
That was really great, grade 4. What a wonderful tribute to our island's potato farmers.
Who makes potatoes for our storm chips?
Yes, as I was saying, grade 4 really set the scene for a white Christmas.
You mean set the opening scene for my Christmas movie blockbuster? It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be a classic. It's gonna be Technicolor.
Technicolor?
Yeah, you know, all the colors.
That actually reminds me of a cute song I overheard in Miss Toner's grade 1 class singing about mittens in all the colors.
That's exactly what I was thinking we needed next. A musical number about all mittens with a cast of all animals all crowded in a mitten.
You lost me.
Just watch.
Once upon a time, a child named Evie lived in a small village in the province of Prince Edward Island. In the winter, everything was covered with soft blankets of white snow. Evie loved the snow, but her old brown gloves were wearing thin, and she wanted a new pair of mittens. She went to her grandma, who she called Bob.
Bob, will you make me some ninjas with the snow? But what if you live in the snow? You'll never find it. Oh, Bob, promise I'll be careful.
So Bob set to work making Evie a soft white pair of snow white mittens. And when she was done, she called Evie over.
Evie! So, now when you come back from playing, what check if you still have both of your white mittens?
Evie was so happy to have her new mittens. She ran over the hill and through the trees, but soon one of her mittens fell into the snow and was lost. Soon after, a chickadee came hopping by looking for seeds.
I'm so cool, this mitten looks so comfy.
So the little chickadee hopped inside. Just then a hedgehog came waddling along. Hedgehogs look like they're covered in fur, but they're actually covered in quills.
This mitten looks like it'll keep my belly warm.
And he started to nudge his way inside.
Hey, I was out here. This mitten isn't big enough for both of us.
Sure it is. We're both snowing up a bit.
So they shared. But soon, a couple of little moles came burrowing through the snow. The first mole's snout bumped up against the mitten.
What's this? It looks like a mitten to me. We all know you can't see any better than me. It smells like one.
So with that, they snuggled inside the mitten. Next, a big black crow came flying along. Crows don't usually ask for permission, and this one was no different. So he elbowed his way inside without even asking. It just so happened that two rabbits were chasing each other when they spied the mitten.
Let's take a break and warm up in that mitten. That's a great idea.
But the crow didn't like that one bit. He said, "It's too crowded in here. Go find your own mitten."
It's too crowded here. Go find your own mitten. We get that, you'll see. It'll be fun.
The crow was very annoyed as the rabbits nestled in beside him. A snowy owl circled above the mitten. And all of the animals inside got very quiet because snowy owls eat chickadees, hedgehogs, moles, crows, and even rabbits. Everyone was quiet as the snowy owl climbed inside. Along came two badgers, arguing.
I told you we should ask for directions. We're not lost. I know where we're going. Yeah, right. Just like last time. Look, a mitten. We can go sleep in it.
The other animals didn't object because badgers are really cute, but not when they're in a bad mood. Just then, a raccoon came along. He'd been spying on the badgers, hoping that they would lead him to some food.
I might stop here. I might stop here for a while. I get warm in this minute. No, there's no more room. Sure.
So the raccoon climbed inside. But soon, along came two foxes.
Oh, Mitten, just so I placed her on my tail. Go away, find your own Mitten.
We'll always stay for a minute.
Foxes like to lie. The animals heard a crunching and chewing and a sniffing sound. It was a beaver.
I smell something.
He sniffed his way around the mitten and then he burrowed his way inside. All the animals grumbled. The snow came down even harder and the animals snuggled in together, their breath making steam rise up into the air, and for a while it was really quiet. And all of the animals were just about to go to sleep when a big gray coyote came by.
What's this? A warm toasty mitten? There we go in and take my warm toasty now. No! There's no more room! Where's the squeezer? Right here.
Paws were squished, tails were stepped on, ears were flattened as the animals groaned, and he made his way inside. The mitten was stretched and pulled and poked. Finally, when everyone was tucked inside, a tiny field mouse skipped along in the tracks that the other animals had made.
What do we have here? A soft warm mitten? No! There's no more room! I'm just a tiny mouse, no bigger than a speck.
So the tiny mouse scurried back and forth, looking for an opening, and his little whiskers brushed up against the noses of each of the animals until... All of the animals sneezed at once, and it sent the mitten soaring into the air. And all the animals ran off in different directions. It just so happened that Evie was just over the hill, and she'd come back to search for her mitten.
My mitten.
Evie picked up her mitten and she ran into the house.
Good job, Evie. Go, your mitten. But what happened to this one?
grade 1. Your sweet story and fun musical number was exactly what I had in mind.
I agree. That was awesome, grade 1, but I'm still a bit lost. What exactly is this movie going to be about?
Don't be so impatient, Asher. A great movie gradually unfolds a story. It has lots of suspense. Speaking of suspense, my amazing director senses are telling me what we need next.
Well, I heard that there's some real suspense right now going down in Mr. Holmes' grade 5 and 6 class. Everyone is waiting to see what the verdict will be in the Christmas courtroom.
Sometime in the recent Christmas past, a notice went out to all the villains for them to come together for an important meeting just outside the North Pole. The meeting was being led by Santa's CEO of the Nihilist, Evie the Elf.
Villains, my name is Evie the Elf, CEO of the Nihilist. I have summoned you here to give you official notice that you have been placed on Santa's Nihilist. However, in keeping with his forgiving nature and remembering the holiday spirit, he is willing to give you one chance to plead your case. If you are unable to persuade Santa with your innocence, your placement on the Nihilist will be permanent.
We call our first case Mr. Grinch vs. Claus Incorporated.
Santa, sir, it's your dear friend the Grinch. I'm here today to plead my case. I don't deserve to be on the naughty list. Everything people say is just a big misunderstanding. You see, I visited the Who's, and I said to myself, Grinch, I don't think all this commercialization is appropriate. Keeping this in mind, I decided to, how should I say this, relocate some of their presents to the less fortunate. So, Mr. Claus, please reconsider your decision and put me on the nice list.
Thank you, Grinch, for your input. We will look at the evidence further.
Next case on the docket is Higgins at the Old Egg from Hansel and Gretel vs. Claus Incorporated.
Me? On the Nihilist? I think you have the wrong witch. I was just minding my own business until those kids started in my house. I had no idea children love candy so much. In my defense, Gretel did push me into the flaming oven. She should be on the Nihilist, and so should her parents, leaving their children unsupervised in the woods. Please reconsider, Santa, and for Christmas, I would like a turkey for a 3,000.
Well, Hagatha, I promise I will take what you have said into consideration.
The court now calls Snow White's stepmother, Mrs. White, forward.
Hi, Santa. Would you like a bite of this delicious apple? No, maybe later. Well, you see, I think you're making a huge mistake. I didn't send that huntsman in to kill Snow White. I rather sent him in to protect him from an approaching bear. But then an angry pig chased him, which he killed and took the heart back for supper. And the whole apple thing, it was not meant to be harmful. I simply went by the saying an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's great, but those doctors just put pain in the nerve. I would buy this delicious apple now.
Interesting, Mrs. White, although I must admit I prefer cookies to apples.
The court would now like to call Count Dracula forward.
Santa, you may remember me, Count Dracula. I bit Rudolph. The rumors you heard about me are not true. Yes, I did bite a few people, but it's because I visited the dentist, Dr. Brown. I had to get my molars out. She gave me some medicine to ease the pain. I was out cold. When I came around, I was Snoopy, thinking every person I saw was a big, juicy ham. So only natural, I started biting them. I'll never make the mistake of going to the dentist again. Sorry, Santa.
Ah, Santa, for him I count his testimony up. Ha, get it?
May we now see Cinderella's stepmother come forward.
I don't see why I'm on the naughty list. I didn't make Cinderella do the chores. She had a rare disease called cleanitis. That made her want to clean.
I didn't tell Cinderella she couldn't go to the ball. You see, she was just so busy cleaning, she missed the carriage ride. The driver refused to wait. Not my fault. Please reconsider and put me on the nice list. Oh, and by the way, for Christmas, I would like a new dress, some glass slippers, and a handsome prince.
I am sure you would. Thank you for your inputs.
The court will now hear the remarks of the big bad wolf.
I've been brought here today to help Mr. Wolf with his testimoniums. You see, his name is actually Mr. Eyewolf. The eyes for innocent. The three little pigs call him the big bad wolf. Talk about profiling, the injustice. It would be spectacular if you would take him off the naughty list. You see, he was making a cake and ran out of sugar.
I went to the first little pig's house to borrow some. We have some roses there. I just had to smell them. But I got some pollen on my nose. I knocked on the door, but the pig just yelled, "You can't touch your hair on my chinny chin chin." Then the pollen kicked in. When I huffed and puffed, the pig's house blew down. The house blew down and the pig ran away. I went to the next little pig's house and the same thing happened. I went to the third little pig's house and by that time the snake was pretty much gone. I could see him sleeping on the couch, so I thought, what would Santa do? So I went down the chimney and as I was pouring the sugar, the pig woke up and yelled, "Get out of my house!"
See? Santa, he had no choice. The pig jumped up and attacked Mr. Wolf. It was self-defense, at least to give him a coupon to his favorite restaurant, the Bacon Farm.
Ooh, I do love bacon. Now calling the bottomless snowman forward.
There's been a terrible misunderstanding. You probably know me, the abominable snowman. As the wild beast that scares off every living thing that crosses one pole. But Santa, you have to understand that I'm just trying to help you out. You see, I always carry everybody away to keep them from harming you. They could sabotage the toys or tamper with the reindeer. They could ruin Christmas. I really don't appreciate being blamed for trying to save Christmas. I hope you understand it is all for your own good. I didn't mean any harm. By the way, since you mentioned it, I was pulling out my teeth. Can you give me some new dentures for Christmas?
Your Honor, please give us a few minutes to think about these testimonies. You need to think, Guard.
Well, jury, we have heard the testimonies of some of the most villainous characters. What say you? Do you move these characters onto the nice list?
Not a chance. Well, bless my buttons now, I disagree. In the spirit of Christmas, I believe that all villains should be given a second chance and be reinstated onto the nice list.
He's coming.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
That worked out better than expected.
Yes, it sure did. It had, and their awesome rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a perfect transition to our next big scene.
Ooh, is Santa coming next?
Nope, not yet. Stop rushing this movie along, Asher. We still have to get ready for Santa. You know, put our cookies and milk out, write our lists.
Lists. Yes, that's right. You know, I heard that down in Miss McNeil's grade 2 class, every student has the exact same wish on their Christmas list.
A copy of this, my holiday blockbuster?
No, better. Great job, grade 2. And I love the pictures of the hippos Santa will bring you. That would be really something if all of Miss McNeil's class came back in January with their own pet hippo.
Oh, I see it now. A sequel for this, my holiday blockbuster. Oh, Gulf Shore Jumanji. Hippos in the halls and maybe some elephants for the kindergarten students. Now that would make a great film footage.
Yeah, great film footage, but a big mess for Doug and Trevor to clean up. So now that we have our list written, are we ready for Santa?
Yep, this movie needs a truly Canadian plot twist. So I've asked Madame Vicky's grade 4 immersion class to help us out and bring Santa into our Gulf Shore movie in style and also en français.
It is Christmas Eve and Santa's last to the Pound of Pal du some Abbey Rouge.
Everyone is searching the North Pole trying to find his lawsuit so he can deliver all the presents to so heavy.
On a les baies de Noël étaient vêtements sont perdus. Les enfants étendent leurs cadeaux.
Où est mon manteau? Où est mon chapeau? Je ne peux pas donner des cadeaux sans mes vêtements.
Père Noël, j'ai trouvé ton chapeau sur le tonneau.
Père Noël, j'ai trouvé pantalon dans l'atelier. Pardon, j'ai trouvé ton manteau dans la neige. Merci. J'ai trouvé des bottes noires sur une rouge. Et voici ta ceinture rose à côté du sapin de Noël. Merci. Maintenant tu es tout. Maintenant tu es prêt.
Non, attends, tu as besoin de ton sac. Je suis prêt. C'est le temps de partir.
Le Père Noël va bientôt descendre la cheminée avec son habit rouge. Vite, alors dormir.
Wow, that was awesome for immersion. I can't believe this is only your first year in French immersion. C'était magnifique.
Yeah, sure, what he said.
Well, seeing Santa's really put me in the Christmas spirit.
Christmas spirit! How did you know? That's what we have coming up next. Miss Caroline's grade 1 and 2 classes are full of Christmas spirit. Just watch.
What do you like best about Christmas? Presents, lots and lots of new toys. Cinnamon, ginger and hills, gumdrops, frosting, and more. I like looking for my elf on the shelf in the morning. I like driving around looking at Christmas lights. Christmas is definitely the best time of year. Christmas is my favorite time of year. Santa gives us presents with their sleigh and reindeer. Wouldn't be much fun if it were never done. Christmas is my favorite time of year. I like the presents, I like the cards, I like decorations on my house and in my yard. I like eating Jesus, born in the hay. After all, that's why we have a Christmas day. Christmas is my favorite time of year. Santa brings us presents with his sleigh and reindeer. Wouldn't be much fun if it were never done. Christmas is my favorite time of year. Christmas is my favorite
Terrific, grade 1 and 2. Your song and your smiles really help show the true Christmas spirit. And I sure believe that this is your favorite time of the year.
Well, it's not everybody's favorite time of the year, Asher. I think it's time for a darker plot twist in my movie.
A darker plot twist, Brennan? Is it like some kind of dance move?
Nope, it's part of the movie where everything has to go wrong. And then it all turns around again and finishes with a happy ending. We're gonna get real dark here.
Plot twists? Turns? Darkness? Should I be scared?
Well, hold on tight, because Madame Courtney's grade 5 and 6 immersion class are up with their blacklight rendition of that other Christmas holiday blockbuster, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Merci, Snacky MACZMNA.
Yes, well done, grade 5 and 6 immersion. Your amazing performances has now set the stage for my movie's happy ending.
So, Director Brendan, I can't wait to see what your big happy ending. What do you have planned? I bet it was so hard to come up with something really big.
Actually, Asher, it wasn't really hard at all. The big ending was already been written.
Really? When?
over 2,000 years ago, Asher, when a happy ending was actually the very beginning, the very first Christmas.
You are so right, Brendan. Here to share the story of the first Christmas is Miss Burns and Miss Hunting's kindergarten classes with the Nativity.
This is the story of the first Christmas. It is the beautiful story of Jesus' birth.
A man named Joseph lived with his wife Mary. They were a very special family. In fact, God had asked Mary to be the mother of his son.
God sent the angel Gabriel to tell her of the plan and to ask her to be a special part of it. Joseph would help too, because he had been chosen to take care of Mary and the baby. When the baby came, they would call him Jesus, just as the angel had said.
I bring you good news. You will be the mother of Jesus. Thank you.
At this time, the king ordered that all people were to go to their hometowns to write in a large book. Then the king would count the names and know how many people he ruled. Mary and Joseph set out for the town of Bethlehem. It was very close to the time for Jesus to be born.
When they reached Bethlehem, they went from place to place, trying to find somewhere to stay for the night, but everywhere was already filled with people.
We are very tired. Do you have a place for us to stay? Sorry, no room.
But the innkeeper said there's a quiet place in the stable and they may rest there.
Mary and Joseph went to the stable, and that night Jesus, the Son of God, was born. Mary wrapped him carefully in swaddling clothes and laid him in the manger. Mary and Joseph looked at Jesus with love.
In the hills nearby, there were shepherds who lived in the fields. They took turns watching their flocks during the night.
Angels of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. The shepherds were very frightened. But the angels smiled and said to them,
Do not be afraid. We bring you the news from great joy. Today in Bethlehem the King has been born.
After the angels had left, the shepherds were excited. They said to one another,
So they hurried away and found the stable. They saw Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus laying in the manger. They knelt down and honored him.
Wise men in the east saw Jesus' star as it rose in the sky. The wise men pointed to the star with excitement.
The wise men wanted to worship Jesus, so they followed the star to the stable. They went in and saw Jesus with Mary. The wise men knelt and offered him gifts.
We bring you gold. We bring you frankincense. We bring you myrrh.
They knew that Jesus was the one God promised to send. Christmas tells us how much God loves us. He loves us so much that he gave Jesus to us as the very first Christmas present. Jesus came to help us so that we can be happy, not just on Christmas Day, but every day.
Baby Jesus, it was you.
credits, I think we have a few very important thank yous we'd like to mention.
We do? Oh yeah, we do. We'd like to thank our cameraman, Martin Kerr of Sandpiper Studios, for his professional recording of our concert.
Thank you also to Home and School for their financial support of this project. Their generosity means that every Gulf Shore family will be able to celebrate Christmas with us during this very unusual year.
Mrs. McLean would also like to thank all our student performers and their teachers for their hard work and preparation to make this movie possible. This holiday blockbuster celebration is a combined effort and talent of all involved.
Speaking of talent, she'd also better not forget Mr. McLean for his help on the piano again this year.
The day before Christmas break, and all through the school, the students were staring and forgetting the rules.
Forgetting the rules? Nah, we would never do that.
Decorations were hung on ceilings and walls. Singing and laughing filled up the halls.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
The children were nestled in cozy classrooms, some in pajamas, some in costumes. The teachers were decked out in Christmas attire. This time of year made them want to retire. Don't worry, teachers will be calmer in January.
We promise.
When out in the hall there's a row such as clatter, the teachers ran out to see what was the matter.
What's out there?
Yes,
Tell us.
They looked down the hall, but nothing was there. They checked it again, but it was still there. What do you mean nothing's there? Something made that noise. When all of a sudden the principal came in. She said, "Merry Christmas," and started to grin. The principal said that she had a surprise. She said she would tell them if they closed their eyes. They closed them real quick and squeezed them so tight, the principal told them to turn to the right. Open your eyes, all you good girls and boys. Santa has come, and he has lots of toys. Ooh. Ho, Erwin. Ho, JD. Ho, Mila. The students all cheered and screamed in delight. They couldn't believe this wonderful sight. This is the best day ever! Santa Claus said he was happy he came. Then he whistled and shouted and called the kid's name. Then Santa packed up and walked right out the door. Bye, Santa. The children looked over and saw a note on the floor. I'll read it to you, so listen honey. It says, "Merry Christmas, sharks. Santa says to be good Gulf Shore students. Each day while at school, listen to your teacher and follow the rules. School is important. You'll learn so much too. And always remember that your teacher loves you." Then the bell rang. The school day was done. They were ready to leave, but they sure had fun. Enjoy your time off, for goodness sake, from all of us.
Have a good break!
On behalf of all the staff and students
of Gulf Shore Consolidated, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and all the best in 2022.
Yeehaw!